stuff, and I always read articles about me. And one thing I always notice, they always say, well, Tariq Nasheed has a cult following. And that's almost offensive because that's almost like I'm saying that I'm brainwashing the audience or that the audience will support me no matter what I do. And my audience really isn't like that. If I did some whack shit, they'll let me know it's some whack shit. You know what I'm saying? My audience keeps it 100, and I keep it 100 with them. The thing is, I have a loyal following because I don't come out with no bullshit. Man, people are, yeah, I keep it real, and people are tired of bullshit. You know, me and Peanut, we're at the doctor's office today, and the Tyra Banks show is on. My God. And look, I love Tyra. I love her, but that is the gayest goddamn show ever on the face of this earth. I don't see how men, I felt sorry for men watching her show. When I look at her show and I see certain dudes in the audience, they look like they're on the death row about to get hung or some shit. It's just painful to watch that show. It's so gay. And there's nothing for dudes on television. Television has become so gay and moist. And that's why people want to hear some real good shit. And when I say gay, I'm not talking about homosexual. And that's another thing, too. I'm not bashing homosexuals. Hold on, let me see. I know I got some Clay Aiken in here. Hold on. I'm not bashing no homosexual. And that's the thing, man. In our community, in the black community, and I wanted to bring this up, there was something on the internet about a week ago about Chingy. There was some transsexual that came out and said that she had an affair with Chingy. Did you hear about that, Pina?
No.
Yeah, it was on the internet for a couple of days, and I know Chingy. Chingy's a cool dude. He's good people. Chingy is cool, and that's just some old under the bus shit where people feel like they have to put you on blast about being gay. Gay in the black community is like the worst you can be in the eyes of some people, and that's just bullshit. It's like the ultimate form of disrespect. When you look at some of these message boards, hold on, let me play this. Hold on, my gay people, I had to play a little give a little shout out for my moist people out there. But in the black community, that's so much like an epithet. That's like the ultimate form of disrespect, calling somebody gay. And this shit is kind of corny. I wish people in our community can just be who they are. See, in the black community, there's no definitive gay community. There's no definitive gay society. In the white community, you have the definitive gay community. You have openly gay entertainers in the white community. You have Ellen. That's the first person you think of. I mean, she's on TV every day. You have Perez Hilton, who's a personality. And you have Nathan Lane, you have Clay Aiken, you have George Michael, Elton John, but there are no openly gay black entertainers, no successful openly gay black entertainers. The only one who just came out the closet was Wanda Sykes, and that's pretty much the only one. Black folks are still in the closet with the bullshit, and people never get shit resolved. You don't want to talk about certain issues. You have gay men, flaming gay dudes with women. There's this guy Dwight Eubanks out of Atlanta who was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, this guy is super flaming. I mean, you can't get any more flaming. You can't get any more flaming than that. You just disintegrate. You just turn into fire, literally. This guy is flaming, and Dwight Eubanks is engaged to a woman. I mean, and this shit is getting crazy, and black folks are still in the closet about this. I got an email from a young lady the other day who has HIV. She got it from this dude she went to the prom with. Remember that? We were talking about that the other day. It was very sad. Shit. Yeah, that was very sad shit. And we just have this thing in our community that we really need to get over. You notice, like, the Miss USA pageant was happening a couple of weeks ago, and this white woman said some slick shit about gays. Boy, they got in her ass. Boy, they still getting in her ass now. They're still talking about that. They're saying that's why she lost the pageant, because she said something slick about gays. White folks in the gay community don't play that shit. You can't say nothing slick about them. And I wish black people, I wish there is a definitive gay community that people can come out and just be who they are and not be on no closet bullshit. But I digress. I just wanted to say that. And shout out to all my gay listeners. I have a lot of gay listeners, black and white. Hold on, let me play some Tevin Campbell. I know I got some Tevin Campbell. Hold on. And anyway, let's get into some good game today. Like I said, man, today's show is about patience and boldness. Having patience and being bold. There has to be a balance of the two. Now, before I get into that, before I get to flowing, let me see who's on the phone. What's that? Who's calling?
Hello?
Oh, okay, what's up, player? Speaking of gang. Hello?
Hello? It's Sean from San Francisco.
Okay. I'm not surprised. What's going on, Sean?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. What's on your mind, player?
Yeah, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here in Frisco, man, just trying to knock them, you know what I'm saying, for the money, but I had a quick question.
Okay, what's your question? Hello? Okay, now something. This dude. Hold on, let me play something else for him.
Check it out, you need dick in your life. Come on, you need dick in your life. That's what you need, girl.
Dick in your life. You need some dick, and you need some dick, and you need some dick, and you need some dick. Dick in your life. What you need, nigga? Dick in your life. Speaking of gay, I mean, goddamn. See, that's the thing. See, if there was an open, I think this is him calling back. Let me see what this fool want to see if he's playing on the phone. What's going on, man? You got a real question, or you playing on the goddamn phone?
Yeah, bro. Hey, bro, can you hear me?
I can hear you, boy. What you got to talk about?
Yeah, man. I just want to ask you what you think about. Hello?
Man, if you don't say what the hell you got to say, you got 3 seconds to say what you got to say.
All right, bro. Check this out. I'm out here in Frisco, though. I got this one little female right now.
Impossible.
Yeah, with it. But at the same time, though, she phony. She only want to do weekends, though, from Friday to Saturday. You feel me?
How old are you, man?
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Me, 22.
Wow, you sound young. You must be a little dude. How tall are you?
How old is she?
Okay, how old is the female?
She just turned 18 recently, but she's still going to school at the same time, though.
Okay, so and what's your dilemma? What's the dilemma?
Well, right now, you know, I'm just, you know, I'm just getting that whole money, though. You know, I'm not really 100% getting it, but only on the weekends right now, from Friday, Saturday,
you getting
12 hours a day.
You getting her money?
Yeah, she, you know what I'm saying, doing a Craigslist thing.
Oh, okay. And how long you been dealing with her?
Right now, I had it for like 3 weeks straight, but like I said, she's only been doing it on the weekends.
Okay, hold on. Stop. Because now what you're saying ain't making no sense. Okay, now we about to get deep into the game. What you're saying ain't making no sense. How you only getting a little money from her? You either pimping or you're not pimping. You ain't halfway pimping.
No. I'm not going to say it's 100% flesh in the bone pimping, though. You know, I'm just, you know, I'm checking some ends, though. Every time I take her around, she get her little phone calls. I get down.
Okay. Let's stop it. Okay, you're her driver, and she's paying you to be. She's paying you to be her driver. That is not pimping. See, in your mind, you thinking you pimping because she's giving you $20, $30 here and there. That is not pimping. That is not your bitch.
No. Last week I done checked this 600. You know what I mean? In like 4 hours, but. Hello?
Okay.
Yeah, but check this out. I gave her $80 though after 600. You know, sent her home, and she was good with it. But the whole thing is though, I'm trying to tell her we should do it every day though. But I'm trying to, you know what I mean, the best way I can tell her though.
Okay, well, you need to holler at her. I mean, that's not your bitch. Sound like she has another dude, and you're just her driver.
No, she does have another dude.
Exactly.
She got a baby daddy though.
Okay.
She got a baby daddy though.
Okay, well, what kind of shit is that? Well, that's halfway hoeing. She's half a hoe.
That's how I knocked her though. You know, her baby daddy was kind of pimping her, so I kind of told her, you know what I mean? I could manage it a little better than, you know, the next nigga could, and he a little dolphin at the same time though.
Okay, the thing is, all y'all shit sounds raggedy. She's half a hoeing. This other dude is half a pimping. You half a pimping. Y'all just half-assing. All three of y'all half-assing. She's bullshitting you. Whatever nigga she's fucking with is bullshitting her. It's half-assed. See, that's the thing. It's all about being 100%. You have to be bold. You've been a little bit too patient with this chick. You got to step your game up. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Either she's gonna stop. She's going to stop fucking with that dude and get on your team 100% or just charge her to the game because you're putting yourself in a dangerous situation up here running around in the streets with another dude's bitch. You feel me?
Yeah,
you don't know because see, I'm popping some game to you, homie, so you'll be safe in this motherfucker because you trying to hustle and you half-assing and you got some unknown entity that's really on some square shit. This dude ain't no pimping, nothing. It's some square nigga this bitch done had a baby with or something. Because if he was pimping...
and that's another thing. She does have a baby with this dude. You know what I'm saying? But he trying to pimp her, you know what I mean, for the money so he can do a little smoking on the under. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this shit is raggedy. And what's she doing with having a baby by a dope fiend? She's on something too. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't think for a minute she's not on anything. You don't have... clean bitches don't have babies by drug fiends. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that situation is real raggedy sounding, man. You got to make these motherfuckers step up, and you got to step your mouthpiece up and step your shit up too. You feel me?
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks for the call, man. Thanks for the call.
All right, for sure.
And wait, hold on, man. You ain't on nothing, are you? Shit. You ain't on no pipe. You ain't on the pipe or nothing.
Fuck nah, bro. Hell nah. We out here in Frisco. We don't fuck with that pipe shit. Straight purple.
All right, for sure.
All day.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, homie. All right, shit. He had a real situation, but hell, he sounded kind of moist for a minute.
He was kind of moist.
No, he's cool. He was just real excited. But for a minute, I almost had to hit him with this.
I used to think that I wasn't fine enough.
I'm gonna have to hit him with the male Keisha Cole.
Think that I wasn't wild enough.
Man, I almost had to hit him with the Keisha Cole. Or this. Or some old moist Deborah Cox. Nobody wanna be here. Who the hell is this on the phone? Where you calling from?
Calling from North Carolina. My name's Aaron.
What's up, Aaron? I saw that in North Carolina. What part of North Carolina you from, Pimp Juice?
From Raleigh.
Raleigh. What's up with Raleigh? I love Raleigh, man. What's going on out there?
Shit. Where I'm at, half the woman is but ugly.
Really?
Yup.
What happened to man? I was in Raleigh. It was nothing but dimes out there about 6-7 years ago. What happened to him?
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, homie.
Where you from originally? You don't sound like you're originally from North Carolina.
From Rhode Island.
Okay, there you go. Now they got some nice ones in Rhode Island. Now, what's on your mind today, man?
I'm feeling the topic you're doing today about patience, but.
Yes, and I'm very patient with you because it's taking you a long ass time to answer, bro. What's going on with you?
I'm about to go to your website.
You about to go where?
I'm going to your website now, so I can listen to it right now. But
okay, all right, man. Thanks for the call. God damn, my motherfuckers are calling high and drunk and ain't talking about shit. All right, no more calls, y'all. I know the listeners are like, "Come on, Flex, spit from the Survivor Scrolls." All right, no more calls. No more calls. Let me turn the phone lines off. Well, I ain't gonna turn them off. I'll just not answer the calls until I get through spitting. Anyway, let me get a little sip of water. You all right over there, Peanut?
I'm great.
That's what's up. Looking sexy as you want to look. Over there looking like Lauren London and shit.
Please. She looks like me.
Please. Y'all been watching the Ray J show? I still think that chick, what's that chick who I think is a man?
Caviar.
I think Caviar is still a goddamn dude.
She was really like a dude on the reunion show.
You think she did?
She did. Her
She
body,
did.
it didn't look right.
She did. That body don't look right. What's up to Ray J? What's up? I like Ray J. I like the show. But that chick, man, that's very suspect. That chick, Caviar, whatever the fuck her name is.
She's too pretty.
A little bit too pretty, and their body is kind of. And Peanut does a great impression of Caviar. wait, hold on. Let's do the scene where they were talking on the phone. Now, what's up? Now, you know you got to win this, right? You know you got to win it. Now, you ain't falling in love with this guy, are you?
I don't know. I just gotta do it. I'm gonna marry him. No.
That bitch got the ugliest fucking voice ever.
It was cute at first.
At the very first time you heard it, some women are like that. That quirky voice is kind of cute, but afterwards it's like, oh, give me a fucking break. But anyway, man, we're talking about patience versus boldness. Patience and boldness with your game. Now, the thing with me, one of my flaws is that I'm very impatient. And that's something that I really have to work. Peanut's over there nodding her fucking head.
You were very...
What do you mean?
You're not patient.
I'm not patient at all. I don't give a fuck. I'm very impatient, but I have to work on that because sometimes being impatient when you have certain things to lose or when you don't really have to be, that's kind of that can be your detriment. But you have to be bold at times. I always tell my listeners, sometimes when they are at the club and they see a woman and they're kind of lollygagging, they take their time spitting at her. Sometimes you have to be bold. There are times of boldness and there are times to be patient. There's times when you have to take your time and assess the whole situation. You should be bold in two situations: when you have no other options and when you have nothing to lose. Other than that, it's best to be patient. Patience is a virtue, as they say. Now, you don't want to be, again, too patient. You don't want to lollygag and procrastinate. Too much patience is procrastinating. You have to be an active person. But sometimes being too impatient can be very detrimental. Now, for example, I give like President Bush and Barack Obama. Like George W. Bush, when they found out about 9/11, y'all remember the day of the planes hitting the towers, and the footage of George W. Bush, they told him, and he sat up there looking crazy as cat shit, like he didn't know what to do. Because he's not a very charismatic person, he's not a very intelligent person, so he only had one option, is to be bold. That's his only option. He couldn't use intellect or charisma or finesse. He had to do some bold shit and lead us into a war. Now, a lot of people are criticizing Barack Obama for being a little bit too patient with some of the world leaders. A lot of the Republicans are saying, well, he's cavorting with Chavez and he's down there cavorting with the Cubans and they're our enemy. But that's player shit. That's how you do it. You're supposed to be patient because Barack Obama, he doesn't have to make real bold-ass moves like that because he's a very, charismatic person. He's a very intelligent person. He's a very diplomatic person. So he has other options in his arsenal to use. And these options are really working better than a bold war move would work in any case. Because being bold has brought us into a war and it's fucked up the economy. People's money is messed up. So sometimes a bold move, you can't go there. Sometimes you have to be patient. You have to take your time and really chop up game and look at all the odds and see what the outcome is going to be. And that happens in little things in life. Like when I go to Vegas, me and Peanut goes to Vegas all the time. And I've been working on being impatient because I get on the blackjack table. I love playing blackjack, right?
Yes.
And I get on that table and I start getting impatient. I bet 10, win 10, bet 20.
And lose.
And win 20, lose 20, win 20, lose 20. I do that shit for about 30 minutes, then I start getting impatient. I'm like, look, fuck this shit. I'm about to go for broke. $500. And then that motherfucker double down on a 20 and fuck me up, and then I'm out of $500. You dig? And that's for being impatient. But when I take my time and really look at all the options like a real gambler should, then I come up. But you gotta take your time. You gotta be patient. Patience is a virtue. And when we were in Hawaii, they have one good barbershop in Hawaii. They have one good barbershop. It's a place called The Wig Shop, and I've been going there for years. Now, the thing about this shop, ain't too many brothers out there in Hawaii. And I was talking about this on Twitter last week because when this happened, I was tweeting everybody and hitting it up on MySpace. And there are pictures on MySpace of the fucked up haircut I got. But I went 1 week and I got a haircut from this new guy who was in the shop, and he did a great job. Now, the next week, because we were in Hawaii for damn near a few weeks, so I went back in the shop, and the same guy who cut my hair was there, but he had somebody in the chair before him. And me, I'm impatient as hell. I want to go out and kick it. I'm like, Peanut, we're going to fuck this shit. I'm about to, I don't want to wait. I only had to wait about 10, 15 minutes. But my impatient ass was like, I didn't want to wait. So I said, okay. The dude in the back, the funny looking light skinned dude who looked like he barely got his cut license. That's the one who cut my shit. Did he have? No, he had some kind of Chico the Barge look going on. I don't know if he was Hawaiian or what, but he was the last chair in there. That's another thing. I think the barbers put the whack dude in the back at the very end, which was a sign right there. The signs were in my fucking face, and he was going down the line. He was like, okay, you guys need to cut? No, I'm cool. You need to cut? No, I'm cool. No, everybody was like, no, I'm cool. I'm like, well, fuck it. Let me get a brother a chance. And I'm in a hurry. My stupid ass, impatient. I sit in the chair. And about 5 seconds in, you know when you're getting a fucked up haircut. You just know when you're getting it. Because he's concentrating too much on your head. And he's going around in circles a little bit too much. He's walking around and spinning me around. I'm like, fucking, he's cutting my hair in a million different directions and shit. And I'm like, fuck, man, I think I'm getting fucked up in the game right now, man. I think I'm getting toe up. And this nigga cut my shit, and it was nappier than it was before I got in there. My shit was so raggedy, and the hairline, that nigga pushed my hairline back to 1991. He pushed my hairline back so much, nigga, I heard Bobby Brown music in the background. My shit was fucked.
How did it get nappy? Did he put water in it?
I don't know what it did. You know, I saw how the nappy sides was on my shit. I'm like, man, I need to go get some coconut oil or something. I was pissed the fuck off. But that's what I get for being impatient. Sometimes you got to take your time and weigh your options, weigh the odds, and not jump into situations, especially when the signs are there. The signs were clearly there that I had to wait and get my shit together. But, yo, when it comes to spitting, man, you got to really be patient. Patient is like being on a chessboard. It's like playing chess. Chess is a game of boldness, and it's a game of patience. When you're playing chess, sometimes you have to make a bold move. Sometimes you have to go for broke to scare your opponent. But sometimes you have to think and weigh all the options and make sure the odds are in your favor. Life is gambling, but you can make an educated gamble. You can make an educated bet. And you got to really be patient in the game. Another thing that happened to me many years ago, back when I would go out a lot, and everywhere I went, I hated waiting in lines. Like if I went to an amusement park, I didn't want to wait in line. If I went to the movies, I would just pay people to let me get in front of them. You dig? And I'm like, here's $20. Let me get in front of you. If I go, you know, I would do that all the time. And when you do stuff like that, you don't. To some people, it might be an insult.
Like that guy teaching me about
in Magic Mountain. Yeah, I was at Magic Mountain one time. And, you know, I got my little quick pass, so, you know, I can get on the rides pretty quickly. But I'm a very impatient dude, and we're about to leave, and I wanted to get some funnel cakes. And the funnel cake line is longer than a goddamn ride. It takes about... Yeah, they're really good, and it takes about 30, 45 minutes to go through the line to get a funnel cake. So, you know me, I go up to the front, and I see this black couple. I'm like, oh, cool. So I'm like, y'all let me get in front of you. I'll buy you guys your funnel cakes. And, you know, the black woman, you know, she spoke up, hell yeah! For sure. No, she spoke the fuck up real quick. So, you heard me, nigga? Get on up here, get that funnel cake. But, yeah, I got the funnel, you know, I got in front of him, got the funnel cake. But I noticed the dude kind of had a funky look on his face. He had this look like, okay, all right. So, anyway, you know, I bought them their stuff. And then I went to the car. We were getting in our car. Then we were driving off. We saw them walking out the amusement park arguing. They were like kind of, you know, we saw their little hands flaring, and, you know, his hands was kind of aggressive at the lady. And we passed by, and he was like, yeah, I got money. And I'm like, oh, shit, oh, shit. So I'm like, that I shouldn't have done. I kind of fucked with this dude's ego. It was kind of an insult to the dude to offer them money like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially in front of his lady or the chick he was with. He might have been trying to date this chick and trying to impress her by buying little shit. Then this nigga come out of nowhere.
Makes him look broke.
Yeah, it does. It makes him look broke. You know what I'm saying? And I come out of nowhere throwing money at his. Here, nigga, I'm gonna buy your lady something I don't want nothing from her. Buy. And that was kind of insulting. So I stopped doing that because, you know, certain people might not take it, you know, the right way. So I've been working on my patience. So you got to be patient in the game at times. Now, again, when you're talking to women, I don't want you to be patient to a fault. Again, you don't want to procrastinate. There's a time to be bold, and there's a time to be patient. Now, if you're in a city that nobody knows who you are and you really don't have nothing to lose, you step to women and you go for broke with your game. Now, if you're a well-known person, like if you're a celebrity or a public figure, sometimes you have to be very tactful and you have to be very patient with the way you step to people, because if you step to certain people, your information will be on TMZ the next day. So if you have something to lose, which is reputation, you have to be very careful who you step to. But if that's not a factor with you, you can be bold. You can go for broke. You can say what's on your mind and step to women real boldly any kind of way you want to step to them. But if you're at a spot that you frequent a lot and you know a lot of people in that particular city and you deal with those people outside of the club, sometimes you have to be a little tactful. Sometimes you have to be a little patient, because, you know, certain cities like Raleigh, North Carolina, Birmingham, Alabama, everybody knows each other. especially if you're a nigga with a lady already. You got a lady and you at the club spitting, you might be spitting at one of her distant cousins. I've seen shit like that. So you got to be very tactful and ask questions and be patient with your game. Screen a person out, especially if you are in a relationship. You better know who you're dealing with. You better talk to a female and get some information about her ass, and she might work with your lady or something.
Go find out at the hair shop.
Yeah, because people be at the hair shop spitting and telling each other's information, and your name will ring. People do talk about you, nigga. You meet a young lady, and she be at the nail shop or the hair salon. Y'all know a nigga named James who drive a Infinity? Infinity? Yeah, I know James. James, my baby daddy. Word? Oh shit. Well, shit. James took me to the mall and got me some damn Prada boots. Like, oh word? And this nigga ain't paid no child support? You know, so bitches be on shit like that, man. So you got to be patient before you just jump the gun with these females. You kind of got to feel them out. Because I've been in clubs and I done met a whole bunch of cousins and aunts and friends and roommates of girls that I've kicked it with before. So you got to be very, very, very patient with your game at times. It has to be very strategic. Anyway, let me get this one call. See, okay, I ain't getting this call. A lot of people are calling in, goddammit. And y'all hear my voices going out. I'm spitting from the Survivor Scrolls. That's been it for today's show, y'all. Yeah, I keep it real. And people are tired of bullshit. You know, me and Peanut, we're at the doctor's office today, and the Tyra Banks show is on. My God. And look, I love Tyra. I love her, but that is the gayest goddamn show ever on the face of this earth. I don't see how men, I felt sorry for men watching her show. When I look at her show and I see certain dudes in the audience, they look like they're on the death row about to get hung or some shit. It's just painful to watch that show. It's so gay. And there's nothing for dudes on television. Television has become so gay and moist. And that's why people want to hear some real good shit. And when I say gay, I'm not talking about homosexual. And that's another thing, too. I'm not bashing homosexuals. Hold on. Let me see. I know I got some Clay Aiken in here. Hold on. I'm not bashing no homosexual. And that's the thing, man. In our community, in the black community, and I wanted to bring this up, and I always read articles about me, and one thing I always notice, they always say, well, Tariq Nasheed has a cult following. And that's almost offensive, because that's almost like I'm saying that I'm brainwashing the audience, or that the audience will support me no matter what I do. And my audience really isn't like that. If I did some whack shit, they'll let me know it's some whack shit. You know what I'm saying? My audience keeps it 100, and I keep it 100 with them. The thing is, I have a loyal following because I don't come out with no bullshit. Man, there was something on the internet about a week ago about Chingy. There was some transsexual that came out and said that she had an affair with Chingy. Did you hear about that, Pina?
No.
Yeah, it was on the internet for a couple of days, and I know Chingy. Chingy's a cool dude. He's good people. Chingy is cool, and that's just some old under the bus shit where people feel like they have to put you on blast about being gay. Gay in the black community is like the worst you can be in the eyes of some people, and that's just bullshit. It's like the ultimate form of disrespect. When you look at some of these message boards, hold on, let me play this. Hold on, my gay people, I had to play a little curve. Give a little shout out for my moist people out there. But in the black community, that's so much like an epithet. That's like the ultimate form of disrespect, calling somebody gay. And this shit is kind of corny. I wish people in our community can just be who they are. See, in the black community, there's no definitive gay community. There's no definitive gay society. In the white community,